Guys, I just got a good look at the Leapmotor. The new Leapmotor EV, it's a small to medium-sized electric SUV, as if we don't already have enough of those. But honestly, this thing is even better value than the Geely EX5. The Leapmotor B10 was just unveiled or just shown at the Sydney International EV Motor Show, which was last weekend. I did a video at the show, and I wanted to do a news video for you guys to show you how good this car is for the money, but I was flying out to China that night, so I wasn't able to. But I've just gotten back today, so bang, we're straight on it. The Leapmotor B10 has been confirmed for Australia. And the price is truly incredible value for money. You can really see why. I've been saying now for 4 years in China, Leapmotor had the best value EVs. Now, I think there's other car companies that are kind of catching up or have caught up in terms of the value equation in China. But still, I mean, look, Leapmotor just sold 70,000 electric cars in China, not this year, last month. In a single month, they sold 71,000 electric cars. The two fastest growing car companies in the world this year, Leapmotor and Xpeng, Xiaopeng. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Great to be with you. YouTube's new algorithm means that you're often not getting all of our videos in your feed. There's 7,500. I'm pretty sure you're probably not seeing a lot of them. In the description, there is a link to our newsletter. Click on that and you can get an update every day of all the latest news in the electric car industry. $39,000 drive away. That's the cost of the base model. That's drive away price. That includes all your taxes, your fees. Americans, that's $25,000 US for this car. It's a similar size. It's a bit bigger than a Chevy Bolt EUV. It's 4.5 meters long, a little bit bigger than a BYD Atto 3, and slightly smaller than a Geely EX5. But the interior is pretty spacious. In fact, the rear seat, I mean, there's a lot of space in the rear, in the seats. So yeah, guys, I've sat in this car and I've got to say, one thing stood out to me as being very strange. The plastic surround on the dashboard was very bizarre. That was the only thing I thought was, to be honest, didn't like it at all. But the rest of the car, I loved. I love the color choices. There's some great colors. The value equation here is just spectacular. And I love what Leapmotor's done. I mean, when I first drove a Leapmotor EV, it was beeping at me and bonk and making all these noises. And I'm thinking, what am I doing wrong? They changed all that. They fixed it. They basically went, you know what? Okay, guys, thanks for the input. Thanks for the feedback. And they adjusted it. And that was it with the original Leapmotor they brought to Australia. Now, they've done the same thing with this one. So the price, the base model has a 56 kilowatt hour battery that gives it, I believe, 361 kilometers of range. That's the base model. The base model doesn't make a lot of sense though, because for an additional $3,000, $41,990 drive away price, you get a 67 kilowatt hour battery, meaning the range is 434 kilometers. It's got 160 kilowatt charging. That's really good charging speed, and it maintains a good charging speed. I believe you can charge the battery in just over 20 minutes from 10 to 80%. There will be a REV or EREV version, so an extended range version as well. But the specs, right? 160 kilowatt, and I believe just over 220 newton meters of torque, meaning 0 to 100 is not particularly fast. I think it's about just under 8 seconds. But it's fast enough. That's about what its rivals have. Plus, it does have an advantage over, say, a BYD Atto 3. It's rear-wheel drive, which I think personally is what a lot of people would prefer. It also comes standard with a 14.6-inch touchscreen in both versions. It's got a 3D cockpit, 360-degree camera, and a panoramic glass roof. I think at this base model price, it's amazing. So like I said, 160 kilowatt rear-wheel drive, 240 newton meters. And it's actually, the charging speed is actually 168 kilowatt in the more expensive version. So $41,990 drive away. And with that price, you're getting 18-inch wheels, which makes total sense because it helps to improve the range. It's got automatic LED headlights, fixed glass panoramic roof. It's got climate control, electric sunshade over the roof, an 8.8-inch digital instrument cluster right in front of the driver. It's got a wireless phone charger, NFC and Bluetooth key connected services. I believe those are free for 5 years. So you're basically in free internet for 5 years. It's got an integrated 360-degree dash cam recorder. So this is probably one of the coolest features of this car that a lot of cars rivals don't have. It's got 4 cameras that record when you're driving. So Sentry mode, it's got the same thing, of course. Quite a few cars have Sentry mode, but that dash cam records all 4 directions. So if you get into an accident or something happens, you can prove, if you need to, and often people do need to, that you didn't do anything, or that you can prove what actually happened. So the design long range, which is the 41,990 version, it gets a better upholstery. It's called Techno Leather. It gets heated, cooled, and power adjustable front seats, a heated steering wheel, LED rear light bar, rain sensing frameless wipers, rear center armrest, 12 speaker surround audio system, so it gets 4 more speakers, a powered tailgate, so it's electric tailgate, rear privacy glass, and ambient interior lighting. It's a no-brainer. The base model doesn't look that good in comparison to the more expensive model, which is definitely worth the extra $3,000. Also, my solar and batteries. I've got a 50 kilowatt hour battery here, and I've got a big solar array. So I pay $0 for electricity. That's including charging my electric car. Resync Solar is the company that I used. I'll put a link to them in the description below. So it doesn't get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but it's coming via an over-the-air update in January, they say. And Leapmotor says that there's an introductory offer. The first 3 services will cost $200 for those who register their interest. And to confirm those prices, $38,990 drive away for the style. The long range, called the Design Long Range, it's $41,990. So currently, it's probably the best value small to mid-size electric SUV on the market. Geely's EX5 is very close. It's probably a close battle between the two of them, actually. I'm not sure which is better, but in terms of the spec battle, this is better than the Geely EX5 in some ways, including particularly charging speed. It's 68 kilowatt hour DC charging, 68 kilowatt DC charging speed faster. So to summarize, Geely's EX5 can charge DC 100 kilowatt. This can do it in 168 kilowatt. And I mean, it's rear-wheel drive. I think this car is just, it's fantastic value for money. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.